Desiree plays at the Bicycle and watches all of our streams and always tells me how she loves my commentary. And she did save me a river bet the other day. She said, don't call. Showed me a full house. The river bet was 400. Very nice of her, and showed me her hand.
Wow, so friendly.
Yeah. Love it. Garrett with 2 Cowboys up against one of my favorite suited hands, Matt. 10 Jack. Let's see if Matt Berkey can have some run good here. I mean, Garrett cracked his kings earlier. It's only right.
It would only be fair.
Ace 9-9. Unfortunately for him, uphill battle now.
1500.
About a 30% pot size bet. Matt Berkey does have some backdoor equity to a backdoor straight and a flush.
Okay.
And makes it 5,000 to go.
Yes.
And Garrett double checks his whole cards. I'm not quite sure why he double checks there. Let's defer to Garrett on what he chooses to do. We know he's not going to fold to one bet or one raise. Light at the end of the tunnel. Matt Berkey does turn a gut shot. Usually poker players, when they pick up equity on the turn, they fire. Matt Berkey debating on whether to fire and rep a 9.
Check.
Does check. And Garrett, who loses to an ace and a 9, checks it back as well. $14,900 in the pot. And again, Matt, we get this cool view of these two heavyweights just sitting side by side, toe to toe. And Matt Berkey goes with the small bet of 6,500. He's trying to tell a story that he has something like ace queen, an ace that wants to get paid by something like Garrett exactly has. This is called a leveling bet. He's making his hand look like sick value. Let's see if Garrett can figure this one out.
I mean, this can't work.
They work all the time.
I'll fold.
And it folds!
And that's why I'm in the booth and Berkey's there at the table.
What a very impressive bet by Matt Berkey. It was only fair, but Matt Berkey had to work a lot harder than flopping top set to
Playing
win
in the
versus
streets
kings.
right now. Berkey put that leather jacket on, and he's like, you know what, Garrett? I'm not sure who has bigger biceps, but I got bigger heart tonight.
Call. 600. That's you, yeah. Okay. 3,000. Raise.
Garrett and Matt Berkey. Matt Berkey once again with Jack 10 of diamonds. It's like deja vu, except Garrett is not holding 2 kings this time. Garrett with just 2 8s.
300.
Fair chips.
I think Matt might have put in the 4 bet.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Matt Berkey, 6,300 to go.
I mean, this guy just doesn't have fear. He keeps on shooting.
Shoot or shoot, man.
And you're down
player, shoot or shoot.
100K and you're putting in a 4 bet against Garrett with Jack 10 suited.
Queen 7-3.
Gotta admire his heart.
1 over to Garrett's 8s.
Can Matt Berkey solve for G?
Mini bet of $2,000.
How long is the show going?
We talked about how this was a momentum game. Berkey got one bluff through against Garrett. He is setting himself up to go for another.
Berkey needs some equity cards or a 10 or a jack. Pretty big brick for him to barrel on. Matt Berkey's going to check this one back a lot of the time. He does look a bit uncomfortable.
I would be. He
Whoa.
manages to squeak out a bet here.
1350.
$13,500.
And Matt Berkey is going for it.
Matt Berkey is telling the story that he has a big pocket pair, and does Garrett believe him?
If Garrett calls here, Berkey is committing himself to this pot.
20 seconds.
Wow, Garrett makes the call. And this pot is just about $48,000 and some change, I believe.
Complete blank on the river.
Make that $44,000.
Can Berkey unload?
Tough. And Berkey gives up
Wow.
for a $44,000 pot.
I think a bet works there.
Unfortunately, we're never going to know. I think you're right, but we're never going to know unless Berkey pulled that trigger.